What's going on, everybody? Doc Average Gamer Guys back yet again. More Last Stand Earth action. Jumping into a video that I know folks will enjoy. We're going to do a little triple raid action. We're obviously recording this during the Winter Despair event. That event is absolutely going awesome for us. We've got our junkyard here as of this recording about to reset. So we're going to be getting back in there, continuing to grind some rewards. But we're getting back to some regular Last Stand Earth content because we've pretty much maxed that out. So we're just going to do that daily grind. And I figured today, since we have been doing this winter event, we have really struggled with our raids. So we've got 48 minutes left. We're going to go ahead. We're going to queue up a raid. We're going to do 3 raids this episode. Hopefully we can get some solid bases. We'll have some fun doing that. I look forward to a couple of additional videos here later this week with some additional progress that we're looking to do. We've made some good settlement progress just since we've been focused on Winter of Despair. We've actually had an opportunity to get some of the other things grinded up that we need. We made some really good progress with our settlement, so I'm looking forward to jumping into that and jumping in and doing some expedition progress as well. So pretty excited across the board for all of those things. But we're pretty well set. We've already got one queued up, so we're going to jump in. We'll take a look at this base. I'm going to separate the 3 bases out. I will put in the comments below different pins. So if you're here for the raid perspective, because this will go in our raid playlist, if you're here for that, you can easily jump to any of those 3 raids and check them out as well. So we'll run that. I will probably get out of the way as we jump into these so you can see everything that we got. And let's just have a good episode of some raid. Let's get to it. All right, so the first raid we got here is player 6223's base. This is a C4 required base with some decent loot in it. We are also going to need an iron hatchet in order to take this one down and to get the best value out of this. We've got essentially like 2 sections of crates is what it looks like, and is okay. I think we'll see what we end up getting here in terms of total loot, but this one has a chance to be a decent little raid. Not the best one we've ever seen, but a pretty solid one in comparison to a few others, I do believe. So we'll jump in here. Let's knock this out. I don't recall if there was a choppa or not, but we do have some basic materials. And in one of the last videos, it's one of those things where that's what we need at this point. We're obviously looking for guns. We're looking for good med supplies is always also very, very helpful. So you can break into this base essentially at any point that you want. I am curious to see here. So this we can chop down. I'm gonna try this entrance here. Oh, that was just the woodworking bench. All right, so I think we're gonna have to that was probably a window. All right, we're just gonna C4 right into here. I was curious to see, we should look really quick if you need a C4 for this base. I think we do. I chopped down, what did I chop down here? I chopped that through the, yeah, it looks like all stone, which is a good setup, obviously. So we'll knock out these zombies and we'll be right back. All right, with that wrapped up here, we are also then going to jump in, and this is where we need the iron hatchets. Just need to break into this wall section here. Boom, that's taken care of. Let's just double check. Yeah, this is all stone all the way around. Well-built base. But this is what we got. We got these chests here. We've got this section of chests here, and we're going to be chopping these open. So I brought 4 additional hatchets with me. Not sure if that's going to be enough. I like to do the 3 chop method here. We'll grab an extra iron hatchet if we do so need it. Clean these up. And we are out. So we are going to need it. Let's check this first crate here. Not a whole lot of nothing. All right, let's grab this really quick using our new tools menu. Very cool. I'm gonna start on the inside here. We shouldn't have a problem getting all of this. So there's some good water. You need water, that's a good one. Here's some good stuff. We actually really need this for the current event, for the winter event going on right now. We're gonna heal up. Ow! We'll take care of some zombies and we'll be right back. All right, we finished that up. I did not realize our armor was as low as it was, so that's a little bit of an oopsie there. But we're gonna go ahead and take this. Decent little bit of food here. There's some more supplies. So this section, unless you really want the food, is probably not super worth it. All right, this is the last section of zombies here. So we'll take care of these guys and we'll be back. All right, we took care of that. Here's where we're at. We'll grab some materials here. We should have no problem. One of these crates has some good stuff in it. That's not terrible. Ooh, coupons. I don't know that I knew that there was coupons. This one's pretty good here. This is clearly the best. The best crate. I do believe this crate I think has some weapons in it, so we'll open up some space. We are armorless here, so that is important to note. Again, not a fantastic base. I didn't plan to do the suicide trick here either. Maybe should have started with that red crate, but let's secure a handful of things here. The coupons is probably worth it. That's probably worth it. I actually, ironically enough, need a bunch of berry tea. Go ahead, we'll drop these off. We're gonna crack this last crate and then essentially just grab whatever is inside of it. I don't think this will break, so we'll open ourselves up a slot here. Pretty simple, pretty easy base. Not a ton in here. Again, a lot of basic materials. This is pretty good here, though. I mean, we'll take this and this and this. Wrenches are pretty good. What do we want to swap out of if we get some things? We're going to have to move pretty quick here if we do this. Depending on what's left. Ooh, this is pretty good. I think we will get the big one. Let's just double check here. We'll top up on food. We could take those foods too. All right. That's it. We're out. That last crate was pretty good. Definitely do the red crate first. We'll head back. We'll head back to the base here and we'll show you what loots we got from player 6223. All right, and here is the total loot haul. Again, not super great, but we do get 5 really, really good weapons. Obviously, we used the machete through to get here, but we got a shotgun, AK, and an M16, which is really solid. So be sure to crack that red crate first if you do end up getting player 6223's base. C4, again, is required. You can bring that iron hatchet if you want. I would recommend just that one food crate to crack that open. That'll save you a little bit of durability. You could also go ahead and probably not open a handful of the other crates and check some of the workbenches and things to see if there's anything good inside of those, such as like the refineries and stuff. Overall, not a terrible raid. I will always trade a C4 for engine parts, some coupons. I mean, you think about these ration coupons, you're essentially getting 2 crates just about out of those 2. That's another handful of weapons plus what we got here at the top. So pretty good. We grabbed some wood, some other good materials that we need. So that will wrap up player 6223's base. All right, so not a bad first base overall. You know, got some weapons, got a handful of things. That was pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead, we'll complete this. And special little trick is if you have some blue mods on your spears, we should be able to just grab one of these, and they're gonna love this. So if you do want to save yourself essentially your electronic circuits, that's what I was trying to say. If you want to save those for yourself and you have some mods on your spears, they seem to like these quite a bit, which is good. I also use these in the bait chest as well to hopefully help pull some things. We got our timer back up a little bit. And we're gonna jump right back in. Let's see what these quests are, and we'll see what we got. We also have the dealer, which is good, and most of our locations are on a reset or about to be reset. So We should be able to get in and knock a handful of these tasks out, hoping for some easier ones. Raiders popped up. Let's see what we got. So we need 3 deals. We need to find a C4. We need to find 2 engines, 20 waves at the police station, and then 3 guns in the recycler. So most of these we can do pretty easily. I need to see where we're at for the police station. And this one we might have to end up skipping, but we can do most of these. So another trick here. So for the C4, this counts if you have C4 in your inventory. Is this under tools too? Yeah, we just take one of these and that's done. So if you do end up having any C4 in your inventory and you want to get that task complete pretty easily, you can go do that. Let's go do the dealer really quick. And then as we're doing that, we'll see what we have for the, see if our police station's reset. What do we got here? 4 stone, 7 iron, 4 pine. I'm just gonna get 7 of everything. Stone brick, iron bar, pine plank, leather. Hopefully this is a weapon crate. 7 leather. I need pine planks and stone bricks. And iron, actually. These away. And pine. Guess I could have just split the first one, huh? And stone bricks. Stone bricks. All right. Let's go see what the dealer wants here. Let's go see what we got for this guy. I'm not even going to grab the chopper. We're just going to run. This is not a bad set of tasks for us to try to get knocked out. Oh, I could throw the guns in the recycler. So what do you got for me here, bud? Ooh, and our police station is reset. Do we still have the event going on? No, we don't. So 20 waves isn't too bad, but we can jump in here. We'll clear that out pretty quickly. We got an hour left on a refresh for our bunker too. So by the time we get all this stuff knocked out, because I am going to do some tasks. I'm not just going to burn through these and spend the coins. I will skip a few things, obviously, to get this done, because we can't get 3 dealers in this time. But the good thing about raiding here is if you can do even a portion of the tasks, what you end up finding is that it will decrease any coins that you do have to use. Do keep that in mind. Make sure to grab these things back here. Let's see what we got weapon crate wise. Hey, a machete. We need another machete. This will be perfect for running in. And so we knocked that out. So we're gonna hit some tasks and we'll see you back when we're ready for the next raid. All right, we are finally back here, ready to go. Got everything done. We did skip a handful of things, but we got the 20 waves. We got these. The guns disassembled. Again, we did a handful of things here, so we're gonna jump into our second raid of the episode and hopefully get a good base. All right, for our second base raid of this episode, we've got a Nazca, which is a very small base, but looks like it has some pretty decent loot in it. So we're gonna jump over here. It is a C4 required base. We brought 4 regular hatchets and 1 iron hatchet with us just because we had that. We have the 1 C4 that we'll jump into. Pretty small, but we might want to look to try to do the suicide trick here. We'll see, but there is some pretty decent loot. Again, relatively small base for what we're jumping into in terms of raids, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. If the loot is condensed, we can get a lot of it. You can see there's not a whole lot going on this base. They have a pretty small little section here. We will look to crack that open just for fun, for funsies. But this really right here is the area that we want to spend the majority of our time in. Got our first set of zombies here. We'll take care of these guys back when that's all wrapped up. All right, that is wrapped up. We're all healed up here. Let's go ahead and jump in here. So again, this is the main portion. You've got essentially 8 crates inside of here. I am just, because I am curious, let's just open this up. I don't think this has anything in it. if I'm not mistaken, but we'll use one of our regular hatchets. Yeah, so it's got just the crafting benches in here. This might be something that if you are interested in, we can take a look at, but I don't believe there's anything in there that we would particularly look. This first chest here doesn't have a ton, so we'll do our normal 3 chops on each of these. We are going to open up every single one of them, and then we'll start on the far side. All right, so we are on to the iron hatchet. We may need one more, but here's the first really good crate. Solid weapons. Happy about this, and we get a good set of armor that we'll jump into here if ours gets destroyed. So that's a good first crate to get cracked open. We've got this one here, which is plenty of food, good heals. So we'll grab a handful of these things. I actually need berries, as crazy as that sounds, but with this event going on, so we're gonna drop in. We'll drop in basically these weapons. We'll keep the other machete on us just in case we need it here. But so far, this is looking pretty good. Happy with this. Again, we'll get some berries. We probably will look to do the suicide trick here. I think there's going to be enough solid loot. So we'll take care of these zombies, and we'll be back for some more crates. All right, we healed up with some carrots there. This crate here, some pretty good leather, some other materials. We could take these out if we want. After the suicide trick, we could take these out and craft some bandages. That's not a terrible idea either, if we're interested in doing that. And again, I actually probably am going to take a lot of these, although we'll see what else we get inside of here. Crack this crate open. Here's some good engine parts. We get a little bit of gas. If you need, you know, a chopper wheel, that's an option for you. Wrench is pretty good. Couple of batteries, so that's pretty solid. Let's go ahead. We'll drop in this gas as well, and then we'll crack 1 or 2 more. And again, we'll be in a position where we definitely want to do that because there's some good materials here that we want to pick up. I am a fan of that. And we got some stone, so we'll take care of these zombies. We're gonna leave 1 alive because there is no way for us to suicide ourselves. So we'll run over here. We'll leave a toxic abomination up. We'll get dead. We'll reset. All right, a real quick look at the chopper loot here. Pretty good. Again, for a C4, that's some nice set of weapons. A little bit of gas as well, so that's pretty good. So we'll grab these. We'll jump back in. All right, so we're back in here. 2-punch this guy. Grab our things back. Pretty good first little section of loot here. This base, pretty happy with it overall. Everything equipped here. Quickly, we'll throw these on. Oh, we got extra stack. I was like, why don't I have a 20 stack here? We'll drop that there. Go ahead, we'll pop this in here. We'll just take the armor. I think our armor will survive. We'll take the leather too, and these and that engine part, I think. Got 1 more crate to crack open here, so that is done. Some decent little materials in here. So overall, a pretty good base. If you need some stone bricks, quite a bit there. We're gonna take some of these wood and some of the pine. And I also want to go ahead, and I'm gonna do this where I'm going to take these. I'm gonna take all of this right here. Let's put the wood back. And what you can do is we can hop out of this base and actually craft a bunch of bandages. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take that. We'll probably come back for these batteries as well. Those are pretty good. Maybe the camera lenses as well. So make sure to do this. Don't exit. Do not exit. If you plan on doing the suicide trick, don't do this before you do the suicide trick because this will reset it and then your base, if you die, will go away. But we can jump in here. We want to do this outside of the base because if you do it inside, you're going to make a ton of noise on the craft. If you do it outside here, you just get a couple of points for exiting and entering the base. So it's much better to do it this way. Save yourself some noise. Now we have plenty of noise to play with. We might go open up some of those crafting benches as well, just to see if there's anything worthwhile in that. But you can tell, I think we had 8 bandages before. We'll jump back in. We got a nice little section of bandages from this while using that cloth, which was pretty good. You can do the same thing with some other materials. That actually looked like it jumped us up pretty high, because we're at 93 right now. I don't remember what we ended at, so just pay attention. We might not be able to crack. We might not be able to crack as many things as I was hoping for. We'll grab the cameras here. I do want the wood. 1 iron's not worth it. See what else is not really worth it. Maybe we don't, because I really don't have enough durability probably in that to crack anything. Let's check this. You can always heal up. You could take these cans of food, whatever you need, obviously, from the base. A couple extra little things there. Oak, we have plenty of oak. So all in all, we'll do a quick show here, and then we'll wrap this up. This is pretty good base. This is the loot here that we got. Some good heals, some good weapons, 1 C4, small base. Again, if you don't do any of the crafting or anything like that, you might be able to open up a handful of these workbenches in here. Not sure if there's anything inside of those, but that's what this room has. You can use a regular hatchet to break in if you want to do that, and that's pretty good. We could also search this really quick. Just see if there's anything in here. Any seeds for us. Hey, seeds, we get to top up. And here comes the big guy, and we're out. So that was worth hitting it right there at the end to grab some additional seeds. But this will wrap up the Nazca base raid. All right, so we finished up base number 2. Seems true. You're welcome for this wooden spear, which we've made. Let's jump in here real quick, and let's see what our third set of tasks is going to be. Oops, not the fireplace. Let's get our raids on. This is good. We're getting our good raid timer up here. We're going to have 3 skulls here. Hopefully we can get a revenge raid off of this too, and then we can get back into our flow. The tough part about events is we want to hit those, and then sometimes I forget about getting our raids in, and this has always, again, been a great way to get some really, really good loot. So hopefully here we go. All right, so green lieutenant cards. We did the police station to start. Make the tack set. These 2 are very easy. 5 turrets and bunkers is actually not too bad. We're going to have to skip this, and then we can raise 3 puppies. We're going to be able to do this very, very quickly, which is really nice. So I am going to skip this one because, again, finding the 2 engines is difficult. But let's raise the puppies. Let's make the set of armor here. We do this right off the rip. This is good, too, and this is, I think, a lot of reason I use military tactical armor a lot. And a big portion is because I always have it available because I'm doing this. And this is a pretty common raid task. It's a good one. It's relatively easy if you have the supplies. So that part is really nice. I'm going to drop all this in here. We might actually need to bring us a set of armor. The other thing we'll do is we'll raise 3 puppies up. And we'll just grab a bit of meat. We'll split this down. I always like to use this when I'm raising the puppies. Should have some ready, rocking it and raring to go. We kind of pre-queue all this. You can do a lot of this by pre-setting it up. Just having some stuff available again. So we have some dogs that have already been raised and ready to go. We have a few that are in the track to get done, but let's go ahead and do Lexi here. Nothing crazy there. We'll do Cody. Nothing crazy there. And then, I don't know. Do I have a level 3? I do. So we can do Daisy here as well. Not great, but that should knock it out. And then what I'm gonna do is just crossbreed from this point. Send Heidi to the crate. Send Lexi to the crate. We want to keep the black color because that's pretty cool. Let's see if we got anybody else. I think we're pretty low in terms of what we can breed here. It would be nice if we could get a little bit of help in terms of some of this stuff, but we'll drop a few more dogs in. We've got a couple of spots. We've got we got what, 2 spots? Excuse me. So let's drop these in. But that was an easy way to knock out a couple of quick tasks here. To the dog crate. To the dog crate. We actually probably want to drop in. I'm just going to drop in some more food here. That way they can get raised up. And again, we can keep this cycle going. It's good. This is just one of those little rating tips that, again, you can set yourself up to have this available. Now, we won't get to the full 20 hours, but we'll knock out a little bit of time, and then we have some more dogs that we can do when we get to our next set of raids if we want to do that. So, quick progress check. We have the green cards to go do. at that point, and then we're just jumping into the bunker and we're knocking that out. Look at that. That's easy. This was relatively easy set of tasks. Again, if you don't have the gas station location complete, you can 100% find an engine there, and then essentially you just need to wait for maybe a junkyard location to be able to get this. So those are your options. I just skipped that one because it's pretty easy, and then we'll head into the bunker and knock these out. So we'll be back when we have raid 3 ready to go. All right, and for our third base for this video, we have Mazark, which is actually a base I have raided before. So we're gonna start to get to these as we run and do more raids, obviously revenge raids as well. And this is a pretty decent base. We've got a 2C4 requirement. Well, not really requirement, but 2C4 is needed to maximize what we want to get out of this base. We also have, as we run over here, we also have 5 regular hatchets. We've got a decent little bit of loot, got some good guns in this, and then just a smattering of other materials. We might do the suicide trick on this one. We'll see, although we do have a dog with us, so we have to be a little bit careful about that, because the dog at this point can be one that can ruin that for us. But we're going to jump in here. Pretty good base overall. Nothing there in the truck. No chopper, unfortunately. You can enter a couple of different areas in this base if you want. We're going to go ahead. We're going to head over to this side. We're going to go right about here. I think I'm going to crack this bad boy open. Open this up. The first thing that we absolutely want to grab is this right here. Good weapons to get started here, in my opinion, worth the C4. Then we're going to come over to this side. I'm going to open up. I think this is the door right here. I think we open up at the door. Pretty sure that's what we want to do. All right, so 2C4 is open, and we pop open this, which has some pretty solid weapons and materials in it. Pretty good stuff overall. Things that we would want. So we're gonna get some zombies. We'll take care of these guys. We'll be back when this is wrapped up. All right, the pupper dogger helped us to take care of that. And then here's the other section of the base. We've got 6 crates up here, 1 crate right here, and then a single crate down at the bottom. We do have some other workbenches that should have some stuff in it that we will crack open, but we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna work these crates differently this time, one at a time, because I want to grab some specific materials and things out of this if we can. So this is a good start. This is a nice crate. Coupons, 20 stack of batteries. So we will look to try, excuse me, and do the suicide trick. But got another section of zombies here as we've cracked open that crate. We'll go ahead and get these guys taken care of. We'll be back when it's done. All right, so we got that wrapped up. I'm gonna just open this crate really quick here, because we've got a good Glock. We've got some additional heals in here. Let's go ahead and we'll just drop the cameras for now for that. We got a couple pieces of armor here, which is pretty good. Some more coupons, some good paint if you're looking for that as well. So I'm gonna run back to the chopper here to drop in essentially our weapons. There's no spikes, unfortunately, on this base, so we're gonna have to rely on the zombies taking us out. And again, that becomes a little bit more difficult with a dog, but we should still be able to get it done. But we definitely want this. We definitely want this. Definitely want the Glock. And I'm going to take the 50 ration coupons. We will be back for that. I want to move this up to the front. Actually, I don't know. Can we? We do. We have room, so I'm going to just drop this 1 gas in here. I'd rather have the 20 bottles, personally, to get back. Let's go crack a few additional crates open here. Again, you can enter from any of these sides if you want. I personally think it's worth to open that up just so you can get those 4 weapons with that 1 C4. I think that is definitely worth it. Again, there's some pretty solid materials in here. Again, some more good stuff in here that we would want. There's, some SWAT armor pieces is pretty good. If you need backpack, good military backpack right there. Go ahead, crack open. Is this one? Get some engine parts, some food. We get 50 other coupons. I do like these. I think those are super good. Should be able to open this one up. Nothing too fantastic in this, although that is pretty good. I'm gonna save this crate. It just has some food in it. So we'll open that up here at the end. This is the other one that we really do want to make sure that we get opened up here. So we've got this bad boy. You can also grab this out of here if you'd like to do that. So here's our last section of zombies. Go ahead, try to take care of these guys. And we'll get dead. And we will reset. And we'll jump back in. All right, one real quick look here at the chopper loot. Again, some pretty solid guns. We could have dropped in, if we wanted to, the Gatling gun, or the minigun rather, in this slot. But overall, some good stuff here. We got some gas as well. So we'll get geared up and we'll jump back over there and finish up this raid. Okay, we've jumped back in. We've got our things here, and we're gonna go ahead and just drop in some materials here. Get our things done there. And we'll utilize the rest of this. This should be pretty good. I think what we're taking here makes sense. I don't think we'll keep our eye out here. If there's any additional materials there, we should have some room to work with as well in terms of noise. So we probably crack open a few things. So we'll just make sure we can try to maximize this as best we can. But so far so good. Good raid. Pretty solid base overall. Pretty happy with it when we take a look at everything that we have available here for us to be able to grab. I'll keep our eye out. It might make sense to take some leather here. Probably not make sense to take that. But these things are pretty good. We'll see. I don't think we're going to find any additional wood. That might be worth it. This might be worth it. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Be careful of that. What else can we take here? Nothing from this. Can eat up some carrots. Again, if you're looking for some materials to break down, this is some good stuff. We might take this iron hatchet as well. This should have, I believe, some meds in it. There we go. Definitely want these. These are pretty good. Probably worth to take this over those. I'm going to open up some of these crafting benches here, I think. Okay, nothing in that workbench. I'm not sure if we open up one more. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. That is not what we wanted to do at all. All right, so let's just quickly take a look here. There is just food in this container, so we can open that just so everybody can see what we get in totality here. I think this is probably where we want to go. 12 wood's probably not like a great pick. Probably take something that's a little bit more worthwhile than that. We really wanted to purely min-max. You know, sensor's not bad, but there's only one. You know, batteries. We've got a full stack of batteries. Again, this one is basically just empty. Let's go ahead and crack this last crate. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. It's gonna bring the big guy, so just top up. Lots of food in here. It's not bad. It's pretty good. If you need food, helpful. Gonna get healed up, and that unfortunately doesn't have anything in it. And we're gonna get out of here. Pretty good raid overall. We'll head back to the base. We'll show you all the loot that we got, and we'll wrap this raid up. All right, and here is the final loot haul. So included with all that first section of guns and a little bit of gas, this was pretty solid when you think about it. Again, ration coupons I'm a big fan of. You got a lot of great materials here in order to break down cameras and batteries, especially a little bit of engine parts, get a little bit of good armor, and again, a good section of weapons, some heals, some food. So just a nice base raid overall. For 2C4, I think it was definitely worth it. Some upper tier refined metals and materials as well is always a nice thing to get. So that will wrap up raid base Mazark. All right, we're finishing up. We're wrapping it up. 3 raids pretty good bases overall. We did pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Good amount of weapons, good amounts of different things that we got. I'm just gonna go ahead, we'll share that. We got the raiders satisfied. We'll queue them in again. Each individual raid, we showed off the totality of the loot, so some good supplies overall, but we've been using this as some extra storage, and not everything that you see here. Some of this is from us going and grabbing the crates from the Blackport PD and some weapons we grabbed there, but pretty good section of weapons, some good armors overall. When you take a look at everything that we were able to pick up, this was pretty dang successful to get this basically filled up, or pretty close to filled up in the course of this. So hopefully this was an enjoyable episode. Again, we'll be dropping this into a raid playlist, so if you're checking this out and watching the whole video, thanks for being here. But also, we're going to continue on with our raid playlist, so we're putting it in here. Hopefully we showed some good tips and some things for you to go ahead and grab, and we can start working on our next one, which is more turrets, find some doggies, and crack the farm chest, which honestly, this is all good things that we can go ahead and do. And what we want to try to do now at this point is get, oh, we're actually full, which is fantastic. We'll probably lose the skull here pretty quickly, but we want to try to stay at 4. This will key in our ability, the best ability for us to get revenge raids. We've got a good chest set up here for us to be able to get that. So looking forward to that. And again, we can start knocking out some additional tasks and get ready to hopefully keep our timer up nice and healthy for us to continue on with our raids. Hopefully, again, you're enjoying the Winter of Despair event, all that good stuff. I'm going to flash some socials, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for all of the support on the channel with all the videos and everything. We're going to continue to grind out Last Day on Earth content. I'm excited to keep going. At the end of the Winter of Despair event, we will be sure to showcase all of the gifts, all the nomad gifts that we were able to get. We've got a pretty good stockpile already going at this point, so excited to crack all those open, as well as maybe some season rewards. At that point, we'll make a fun video out of that, and more to come on the channel. So be sure to stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, help us get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. We would really appreciate it, and beyond. If you're watching this at any point later on in the future, hopefully we have many more than that, but 1,000 right now is our big goal, and pretty excited to be able to do that and get close to that. So again, thanks for all the support. Thanks for likes, comments, all that good stuff. Hopefully this was helpful for you. And again, some pretty solid bases that we're able to jump into. But I will close this one out. Doc Average Gamer, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Catch you next one. Peace.